Hello there, my friends. So I recently posted a short that was showing you the thank you cards that I made for the people who bought my ACEOs on eBay. And before I show those, let me just show you what I've got here, because I've already sent those out. So I'll put those on the screen here in a little bit. But I've got this little guy, gal, whatever. This one has one on the other side. This one makes me laugh. Actually, they all make me smile at the very least. Some of them make me laugh, but you get the idea. Super fun. You can add color or not. I think I added color to every single one, didn't I? At least to the ears, because I just love that. Like, I love the minimal look of that. I love it on the brown craft paper as opposed to the white. Personal preference. However, that being said, well, before I continue, let me just show you the ones that I've already sent out to the people who purchased some paintings from me. So, having showed you all that and told you I like the brown craft paper more than the white, I did buy this little $1.99 mixed media pad of paper that is 4x6, just same as this. And I got this at Hobby Lobby. That yellow and red little tag price thing means it won't go on sale even when they have their 40% off. So what I like about it is perforated. So like if you do one, you're like, I actually love that. You can easily tear it out and give it to somebody or make it into a card or whatever you would like to do. So I plan on really just filling this whole thing up. I got the mixed media. I also bought a sketchbook. This was way back before I even knew anything about that I'd be drawing a bunch of bunnies. But anyway, so this sketchbook is more for pencils. It's very thin paper. And what is it? 70 pound, whereas the mixed media is 110 pound. I've not tried it yet, but I'm going to use this thicker paper and may even need to get a. Wait a minute. I was going to say I may even need to get a thicker paper, but then I remembered I bought 3 pads that day, like literally probably 2 months ago. And one of them is this. So this only has 15 sheets in it. This has 18. The sketchbook has 50. They're all the same price, but this paper might be what I need for the pen that I am using. I'm using this brush pen that my cousin gave me for Christmas, and I have just been having so much fun with it. In fact, now I have 2 of them plus another one that has a fine tip. The one he got me is medium, and then I have another medium and a fine. And I've got another one coming because I'm having so much fun with it. You do not need a brush pen, but for this style that I've been doing, you might, well, you do what you want. That's just what I'm using for this style. Now, Carolyn had asked if I would do a Tiny Tuesday tutorial with this, and I don't know how. I'm going to be honest. This is not going to be a tutorial. I'm going to show you exactly from start to finish how I go about this. Let me show you something about these pens. Put on this guy. You do have to squeeze the ink down into it. And whoops, I didn't really show you that, but whoops. And sometimes I squeeze too hard and it comes out like that. But it's a very, I don't want to do this. Here we go. I have scrap paper here. It's a very, like, can you tell? You can like bend it and it's really swirly. You can do a very fine lines. Whoops, I wasn't even touching because I'm looking at my camera. You could do fine lines. You can press down and do thicker lines. This is horrible paper, so it's not even absorbing this. So making sure you can see how the ink is not all the way down here. And so I always do it over a towel because I have done it over the paper when I very first got it because I didn't know better. And I'm just going to go right into it. Like I told you, I don't really know how to do a tutorial, but I'm just going to show you what I do. My biggest piece of advice is don't overthink it, is play as much as you can. I would recommend this brush pen if you can do it. I think it's under $10, but yeah, I understand that everybody can do that. So again, this is not a tutorial, but I am just going to show you my process. So I just start with an ear. I love the bent ears, so I'm going to just kind of go like this, and I'm barely touching. And you can see I'm holding it like closer, maybe midway, we could say. And I'm kind of letting it skim the paper and letting it skip a little bit. You could press down and make thicker lines if you want. And then this other ear, I think I'll make it even more bent like this. And we'll just come up like that. Okay, so there's my ears. You can tell I'm not being precious with this. Bringing this in a little bit, bringing this in a little bit. Just gonna do a couple eyes. Whoops, see, they get a little wonky, but you know me. You know how I feel about the wonk. All good. All right, so then I have my eyes here, and then I'm gonna just go come around, give him some little chubby cheeks, do a little nose, little line, and then you can make it smile if you want. I like the ones that are more, I don't know, serious looking. Some people would say they're sad. I think they're funny. I think they're, and I really like one longer than the other one. Let's see, this one here, yeah, he's longer. Let's see if I can find one that's like this one. I just did little ones there, and I don't know, it's just, it really gives it a different personality depending on what you're going for. They just have different personalities. So now you can decide, do you want this bunny to just well, you could decide the gender of the bunny, or you can decide, do you even want it to have clothes? Of course I do, because that's kind of what I do these days. And so I just kind of give it some basic shoulders, and I do like to give him like a fun, kind of fancy but very wonky collar. And then you could make it like a button down if you wanted to. I did not plan this out. I'm just kind of doing this as I go. And if you want to give arms, you could do that. You could even do a little, thing like this to give the body a shape. Okay, there you have it. I like to add some lines, just kind of wonky. And of course, eyelashes. You can make them as thick and long and curly or whatever you want. I usually, when I come over to this side, I kind of mess it up and have to make that one a little bit more even, but also, who's trying to do even here? Not me, for real. Okay, what are we doing here? Whiskers. This one I like to go really light, at least to start with. I feel like my camera's really shaking today. And so sometimes I like to make them cross like this. All right. And then whatever makes sense to you, just kind of do it. It's all good. Some of them are going to be thicker than the others just because that's how my hands work. I think we'll have this one come down a little bit more and maybe a little more wonky. All right, there's our whiskers. You can add more or less if you'd like. Now, this pen is not waterproof, and so I haven't anyway used paint after I've used this, just because I know it's not waterproof. So what I've been doing is using my acrylic markers, and I just have Meeden acrylic markers, not sponsored. They've never sent me anything. It's all good. And this is where you get to decide. Are you going to just leave it black and white? I'm going to shake my pen up here. I love this pink. It's 317. I don't even know what that means. I just play with these. And then I just in a messy way, I just kind of scribble in a little bit of color here and there. If you want it to have a pink nose too, you can do that. And leaving it like that. I do bring in my gel pen, size 10, just to give a little bit of reflection in the eyes. And then if you mess up, or not mess up, but you do the reflection, you don't like what you see, you can just go back over it with the black and redo it if you'd like. All right, sometimes I like to do a little highlight on the nose too. What I like about the craft paper is I love how the white looks on the craft paper. So this is one of my favorite ones because, yeah, I just like it. And I'm just going to kind of add a few more just random lines, kind of maybe a little nose here. Do I want stripes on the shirt? I think I'm just going to do color on the shirt. I feel the need for some reason when I'm doing it on the white paper to add more color. Whereas this, you can see, I just added the pink and then some white. So let's pick a color for the shirt. Okay, I've decided I'm going to use this color here, kind of a light blue for the shirt. And I'm just going to color the whole thing in. And I'm not this, I'm pretty new to acrylic markers. And so I've been learning, if you don't like the streaky look, you can do layers and you can go in opposite directions. I kind of said that the first time when I tested these in my video, I don't know, a month or so ago. I think I'm going to leave the collar and then that, whatever you call that middle button section, I'm going to leave those white. I think. I like this color. I don't know the colors of these markers. They have, like I said, they have numbers on them. I think I showed that earlier. And so whatever, it's somewhat of a blue. Okay, so we're going to let that dry and see if it's too streaky or just go with it. I'll probably just go with it because we're just kind of doing this to show you my process. And I've decided to finish it off with this pink for some little polka dots. I didn't really let the blue dry enough here, but that's okay. My battery is running low on my phone, so I'm like really trying to do this in a hurry. There we go. And because I didn't let that blue dry before I added the polka dots, it kind of absorbed the pink, and so I'm just going over them again now that everything is dry. I don't even know if that's technically correct. If the blue absorbed the pink, that's just what in my mind happened. So just brightening them up a little bit to add a little whimsy, extra whimsy. That's one of the things I've enjoyed about these acrylic markers is that you can layer them to get the effect that you're going for. So there you have it, my quick process. If you have questions, let me know. I know that, again, it's not a tutorial, so I'm not sure if that was helpful or not, but for those of you who want to give it a try, let me know if you have fun with it. Feel free to post it in the community section if you do give it a try. And otherwise, here's just a last look at some of the little rabbits that I have drawn, and just to give you some ideas as you're playing and learning how to make these. It's kind of like this newfound joy of drawing bunnies is kind of, I would say the timing is a little bit off for me just because Easter's coming and I'm just not, an Easter bunny kind of gal. I'm a Jesus is risen kind of gal, So, but I'm an artist too, and I'm in my rabbit era, like I said. So there you have it. I think these are cute all year round. All right, let me know if you have any questions. If you want me to do a different kind of video about these, you can also let me know that. Okay, hope you enjoy. Have fun if you give it a try, and we'll see you next time.